Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Gemini reading for the month of June. So this is occurring on Saturday on the West Coast in the evening of the U.S. So there is a significant soul cleansing vibration to this particular new moon. And in particular, I'm looking at Saturn, which is stationed retrograde right before the full moon on the new moon, on Saturday. So let's get started with your overall energy, Aries, for this new moon. And we have the Chariot. The Chariot feels very much to me about the momentum in your process. This is about your process of breaking free from things, the conflicts, the extremes, the opposing opportunities in your life. And so you are mindful and aware of the various forces in your energy, and you are not waiting or hoping to fix or resolve those, as instead you use the energy of these decisions, conflicts, arguments with self or others, struggles, difficulties to move forward into a direction of your own desire or need, a goal you have that represents liberation for you from a series of patterns. And these patterns are most likely evolving from your family of origin, formative experiences, so that you have been gaining momentum over quite a period of time. And because of the soul cleansing nature of the new moon in Gemini, you are receiving a lot of information and communicating actively in this process of healing, of growing, of moving beyond a state of illness, disease, or of feeling stuck in old patterns that you recognize no longer serve you. The Chariot does indicate success, absolutely. And this is success that is tied deeply into your heart space. So it is about desires that reflect you now after a long period of growth, and still within the healing process. Your 10th house, the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. The 10th house not only is your social identity, but it's also the way others see you, the way you show up as possibly a leader in your social environment. The Ace of Cups is indicating that you have gained this incredible ability to cohere this healing journey you've been on. So this is in part a release from the passing of or the loss of someone or something in your life that was meaningful, and the tremendous amount of love, courage, energy, bravery, and independence that they gifted to you. And you're now recycling that energy from a lost love or a change in your family structure, your organizational, your work life, and you're putting the emphasis on what makes you feel good, what reinforces you, the work you do, the efforts you make on the behalf of others that fuel you, that care for you, that nurture you, nurture your spirit, and this voice, this alignment with your desires and needs that feels restorative to you. So this is a powerful time of restoring yourself in and through a very challenging healing cycle. In the first house, we have the Sun. Wow, this is a beautiful card that says, in fact, your whole entire focus is on your happiness. Understanding that when you are well aligned with your desired goals and needs, in terms of your social experience, your community, your family, your job, you are understanding that as you are recognized, as you find joy and purpose in your work, you are enlightening and lightening the entire responsibility of your mission, your task, your work, your labor towards the mission that your work provides, the service nature of your work, so that the more joy you find in supporting others, helping others to providing them with services or products that are helpful to them, you are finding a greater and greater sense of taking care of yourself, prioritizing your creativity, your pleasure in working with others in a way that allows you all to play in a creative way. And this in no way diminishes from the labor or work that you are expending in this effort, but it is amplifying the sense of joy in the moment, in the present, that you're able to process, make available to yourself and to others. So just as the sun gives light to everything beneath it, so too is your love, your joy, your pleasure in this moment, despite any challenges you may be experiencing, is something that is having a positive impact on your community and supporting your own healing. In the fourth house, this is the house of your roots, your foundation. This is really putting an emphasis on the fact that you are challenging the expectations of others. This is part of the huge transition, the healing transition you're making in your life, so that what others have assumed to be your obligation in a situation, perhaps really from rooted childhood experiences until wherever you are in your life now, you are understanding that what you expect, what you need, and what you desire must lead, so that you are rejecting, releasing the sense of what others need from you if it does not supply you with your own sense of accomplishment, desire, need, your own goals. So you're really reversing a trend that has occurred in your life, and you're understanding that you owe nothing to anyone that does not have at least the reciprocal opportunity to be that container for you to be included in your labors with others. So this is a real change from the coming into this lifetime with an expectation of leading, taking care of others. Instead, you are understanding that your efforts to care for others are centrally about feeding your soul, finding your pleasure, distributing, sharing the love that you have, and amplifying that in community. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, we have the Empress. The Empress is really about being in your power, and this really beautiful trio of cards, the Sun, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of the Empress, the number 3 card, is really about being in the present moment, being where you are now, understanding that you are a vehicle for the generation of ideas, of creative opportunities, of abundance. And that is, in fact, fueling this desire for you to continue growing, to continue challenging yourself. And this is also through a period of significant change for you. I'm going to clarify some of these cards with a focus on the space in your life, Aries, that is being most impacted by the new moon, and that would be in your house of communication, learning, and processing new information. So I'm going to clarify the Sun card, the house of your focus, with the Knight of Pentacles. This shows you moving towards the practical solutions that are making you feel safe, grounded, secure, and practical. So as you are moving towards shifting your sense of responsibility in any situation, you are focused primarily on those practical solutions that will yield results, tools, resources to everyone. This is specific to your possessions, but also to your values. You are planning, you are looking at an opportunity to create a plan that you can methodically follow for yourself and that you can share with others. The Ten of Wands here is going to be clarified by the Ace of Cups, a repeat. So this is really beautiful because this is indicating that your efforts, your creative efforts, your desires to accomplish the tasks required to move yourself through this restorative process is really about your availability to share love, to share creativity, to allow you the information about your experiences, the emotions of your experiences, the range of emotions, both those that we consider sad, heavy, serious, to those that we consider light, playful, and joyful, so that although you may be exhibiting positive emotions, energy, warmth, healing nature, primarily as an opportunity to restore yourself, to heal yourself, to move yourself forward, to expand the safe possibilities for you to be who you are. You're also receiving love. You're learning to receive a reciprocal energy from what you have put out, invested over years. Fundamentally, your investment in your community, your family, your relationships. These are all opportunities for you to allow yourself to be restored and to be healed by others. The Empress in the seventh house is clarified by the Nine of Swords, and this is giving us a hint about the tremendous, the long and exacerbated healing process that you have undergone. And because Pluto is returned to Capricorn, the very last leg of its retrograde through the end of this year, you are having an opportunity to survey this progress, this healing progress that you have been on for quite possibly a decade or more. So this is your ability to teach yourself how to eliminate that sense of failure, that sense of disappointment that may have plagued your relationships in the past, that you have been recently released from in an external way through possibly a change in your emotional landscape, a loss, an opening up. The shifts in the family structure or your community structure have allowed you to step away from the habitual feelings of failure, of not being enough, of being a victim in whatever way you may have internalized that in your life. So you're moving away from that. You consciously have worked on that for a long time, but you're now allowing yourself to be restored by the difference that you're now experiencing within yourself. So you're trying to get used to the new you that is emerging from these responsibilities and opportunities. The Ace of Cups at the top of your chart, your midheaven, the way others see you, is being clarified by the Page of Cups. And what I like about this is that this represents an opening of your heart, an opening of your capacity to experience the range of emotions in your present, to even re-experience those emotions that were did not feel good, the way in which you were locked into a sense of expectation through your family. The release of that has been physically exhausting for you. And so the challenges to your physical health, if those are existing, are really you're allowing yourself to be curious, to let go of a sense of control, which is quite difficult for you because you've come to a place where you feel that you're able to manifest what is good in your life, what you want that is good for you, that feels good, that brings you happiness, but you're still being encouraged to open up and to let go of any sense of control, rather to enjoy and receive the blessings of this time, the gifts of the lessons that you have survived, you've endured, and your ability to stay with the process so that now you are prepared for the last phase of Pluto throughout the rest of the year that is helping you to summarize and release the structures, the expectations, the responsibilities that you were conditioned with. To fully release those, you are being prepared. You are now prepared to actually go through this process, which is being mirrored throughout the globe. This sense of deep and collapsing change, of destructive change, sort of the phoenix arising out of the ashes in a practical way. So this is a preparation for final steps of your healing process, a process, I might add, that never stops. So I'm hoping that this has been helpful to you, Aries. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle and please appreciate your likes and your subscribes, your communications to me, the feedback I receive, and your donations, your shares are greatly appreciated. I pulled this beautiful card, and it is a moonstone, and the key word is cycles. I'm in the divine flow of my soul rhythms and life cycles. Thank you so much, Aries, for this beautiful reading as I shift and try to do things differently for you. So let me know if you enjoy this reading, and until next time, namaste.